All right. Hello, YouTube. So, you could call me anonymous. I'm just here to help dispel the darkness, like Jess was trying to do. Um, in this episode, this is really aimed towards people who have an interest uh, or may feel the temptation to start endeavoring or dabbling in recreational drug use. Um, so, we'll call this Drug 101. And also, where to get good drugs. Now, I'm going to start flat out and right out by saying that chances are you're probably not going to be getting good drugs. What I mean by that, and we'll go into that right now, is Justin was right when he was talking about um, like there just being more than what's going on behind the scenes, especially spiritually, right? Because of that, the enemy's like he's fighting in this world to enslave and mislead people so that really he can exploit their vices. um, in fact, if you wanted to think about modern day terrorism, you could think about people or a group of people's finding out someone's weakness and exploiting it, finding out the nation's weaknesses and exploiting them, starting at the bottom, and just working their way up. So, uh, so why do I say that you're probably not going to get good drugs? Well, because unless it benefits the operation in some way, shape, or form, whether you're working sex traffic or whether you're a mark and you're being dismantled from the inside of your little bubble, and finding out your financial information or anything else that can be exploited without you really catching on to it. Unless in some way, shape, or form you're going to benefit the operation, you're really not going to get good drugs. Now, if you're on the one hand and you are in some way, shape, or form, you're you're doing what you do, but you're serving the. I think Justin was talking about like back in the day how the what was it the old priests, right? They had the ability to manipulate and do things, and so there's that dark power that's going to add a whole lot of more spiritual influence, which is really going to contribute to whatever choice you make. It's really going to contribute to you ultimately losing your identity, whether it's by leverage, where somebody holds something over you, or and you're indebted to them, or it's by fear, or it's by like really getting you to a bad place in your physical condition to where you've become physically dependent. So really, you're not going to get good drugs unless you benefit the operation. And so I would caution and people for like there's colorful drugs out there and different things, and there's a reason that they have color. And yeah, it's not something you want to endeavor in, especially being a Christian. If you're a Christian watching this and you're thinking about it, Drug 101, where to get good drugs, it's more than likely not going to happen. If you have money, you could be a mark. If you're willing to compromise how you spend your time, your ethics, and your morals, and end up hurting people and yourself and becoming a liar and a thief, and ultimately being sexually turned out, then maybe they'll have a place for you to be considered one of their boys or girls, and you could have easy availability to good drugs. But they want to, but the streets, which is run by the evil one, wants you to really fall apart and lose yourself. So Drugs 101, if you're thinking about recreational drug use, where to get good drugs, the only place that you're going to get good drugs is from Satan and his followers and his workers, and in some way, shape, or form, it's going to cost you more than you know. So make a better choice, and just continue to resist that temptation. All right, y'all.